Hey everybody, thanks for watching Woodcrest Bonsai. Last night we had the coldest temperatures of the season so far, got down to 37. But we didn't get any frost, so that's good. But the day before it was almost 80 for the high. So it's kind of a strange scenario. Happens quite a bit. So I really need to get working on some of my trees. So in this video, I'm going to work on this Procumbens Nana Juniper. And like all of my other Procumbens Nana, I purchased this as a landscape plant in fall of 2022. And then I root pruned it and wired up a leader in January of 2023. And I put it into the pot that it's in now, and this is actually a mica pot. But I took the wire off prematurely, and as is the case with a lot of others, it just fell down, just completely horizontal. So what I want to do today is I want to bring it back up like that. And I don't really see much of a tree in here, so I have decided to also root prune it again and then put it into this 10-inch bulb pan. I'm going to wire it down so I have the wire already there. And I have the piece of wire that I'm going to bring the trunk up with. And I think I may try to do some twisting of the trunk so it ends up something like that. So, and if we look at the roots, they're pretty healthy. There's one of the drain hole covers. They're pretty healthy, fairly numerous, but not entirely root bound, but I still want to root prune it again, and then I'm going to let it grow much taller. So, got my piece of wire, and I'm going to start by jamming it down in there, anchoring it around here some. This may actually end up being a bunjin. Right now I just really want to get it back upright because I don't like what it's doing as a prostrate tree. And of course Procumbens means growing flat. So that's what they want to do. More limbs down low here than I thought. Okay, now we're up into the main trunk. Manhandle that stuff around. I don't think this tree is all that unhealthy. It's got about 90% mature foliage and about 10% immature foliage. And you see like little guys like this tiny little piece here and this tiny little piece here, they can actually grow and fill in over time. So where am I going to take it? And as usual, I have too much wire, but I usually just let it hang out because I like to save my wire. I don't want to cut short pieces because they become basically worthless. Alright. So here we go. I'm going to bend that baby. And try to twist it around. So. Whoop. I heard a crack. The junipers are pretty tough. So there we go, something like that. If you look at this way, although I still think this is probably going to be the back, you can see it's a whole lot more upright now. Now I just need to prune the roots, and I forgot my root hook. So I guess I'll have to pause and go get it. Alright, got the root hook. And since I'm a righty, I don't want to do a tremendous amount of manipulating the roots. But this is the time of year to do junipers for me. I must do junipers from about the 1st of January to about the end of January. So that's about it. That's all I really want to do. Then I'm going to cut so that the silhouette of the old pot isn't stuck in the roots. I've got some other plants that I can show you where I did not do what I'm doing now. And you can see where the old pot is. And it's pretty dumb looking, to say the least. And I may change the front on this tree. I'm really not sure. That might make an interesting front. Right now I'm looking at this as the front. But because I've twisted it, all that foliage that was pointing up is now obscuring the front. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. This guy was also growing in landscape mix. So I've got my homemade landscape mix that I'm going to put it back into. Make a little bit of a mound. Make sure the wires are pointing upright. And then take the tree. And I think I'm going to spin it like that. Try to push the wires through the roots on either side. And put the tree like that. And then tighten down the wires. That looks pretty good. I can fill more soil in on this side. Ah, yes. Such a gentle touch. All right. And it's been, the weather has been weird as far as temperature. 37 last night and the day before, almost 80. But it's also been very dry. and windy. So even though it's been cold, things are drying out. I'm still watering a lot of things, especially like my little Mames. Of course, that's redundant, right? Alright, so there we go. Now I'm just going to let it take off. As it begins to grow, all of this stuff that's now pointing towards you, if you spin it like that, all this stuff is now pointing that way because it was pointing up when it was growing horizontal. That should all right itself. It should all come straight back up. I could wire every single little piece, but I don't really know where I want to go with this tree. I think what I'm going to do is just let it take off and let it get much larger, and then I'll do some decision making on the style that I want a little bit later. Like I said, I'm sort of leaning to a bunjin. Of course, we have this much lower limb right here. That's almost a semi-cascade. But that's about it for today. And I need to do the root pruning and repotting on all of these guys within the next few days. Of course, my body can't stand 40 degrees. It's now maybe like 60 degrees. Anyway, there you go. One Procumbens nano. Can we raise the camera up so you can see the whole thing? There we go. From laying back prostrate, I almost said prostate, and back upright. Now we're just going to let it go, and if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you can have your curiosity. I don't even know the word. Anyway, you can figure out how this tree goes as I post more videos. I think it could actually become a pretty nice tree. Junipers just sort of lend themselves. I mean, even just right now, it has a certain thing. They just do that. And styling, they almost style themselves. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the Oh, sorry. Actually, I sifted some soil and there was a whole bunch of dusty fines. And man, that stuff got in my lungs. Whew! Nasty. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment if you'd like. I think now that it's in a larger pot with fresh soil, it's just going to go crazy, which is what I'm looking for. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.